Normally the cry is no surrender, but last night for Kris Boyd, it was more like crying no. So as you can see, Kris Boyd definitely didn't take last night's defeat to Dynamo Kiev too well, throwing pens, crying no, whatever. Hell, we were all doing that. Maybe not necessarily throwing pens, but things were getting thrown, things were getting said. Alright, Kris Boyd tried to keep his composure. You know what? I think he actually showed decent composure for the Yefty second yellow. He didn't really lose his cool there. I get it, right? When you go down to 10 men, some would argue that it's not as bad as conceding a goal, because I think once you go down to 10 men and concede a goal, Boyd, you can tell by Boyd's reaction. I can't actually tell which reaction is for which goal. One of them's just a no, the other one's a no, and then he wings the pen. Would the pen be, because when it went 1-0, it was kind of game over, but 2-0 literally is game over. So I'm going to hazard a guess and say that Kris Boyd threw the pen at 2-0, and then it was all over. Penalty, or more like pen, to Rangers. That joke will fall pretty flat, to be honest. But, right, Kris Boyd, he's entitled to that. You know, I tell you what, man, see if I was doing a watch along, everything in the room would have been getting one, because our season, Rangers' season, hinged on that last night. Boyd knew that. I heard him talking this morning about 5 million, and he's like even talking about the playoff and how that like 5 million could have did so much for Rangers. And here, I think it's just a sad state that Scottish football's in, and Rangers, whatever you want to call it, that like we're talking about 5 million. See how diddy 5 million is though, and when you put it in perspective of other clubs, it's scary. I mean, it's seriously, it's scary. But Boyd did point out the fact that he'll be joining Jules, who presents Sky Sports sometimes. Say sometimes he should be the new guy. The new guy that replaced Jeff's not that good. I don't think he's a bit of a fud, but yeah, you'll be joining them on Thursday nights. Thursday nights or Rangers nights. We need it the Champions League money though. Obviously, with the new format, the Europa League does bring in a lot of money. But you can tell this isn't just. You know, it's not just a drop in competition. It's not like, oh, you're playing like the lesser teams. I mean, in the Europa League, you can still play bigger. You can still play big teams. Obviously, it's not Champions League. I'm not trying to claim it is, but you know, it's the money aspect. Let's not get it twisted, right? It's the 45. You know, I know different. Oh, you only actually get 25 million from it, but TV rights. You know, million per win, 2 million, 2.5 million per win you get in the Champions League again. Rangers not winning so much, but you know. There was a lot of money on the table last night to at least get you into a playoff round against Salzburg. You know, also, there's 2 more games that you can watch your team. You get 2 more less games, but here, the way this team is getting run into the ground, man, two less games. It's one slight positive, but again, you'd rather the 2 more games. But I just seen a team last night that nothing going for it. Rangers are on its knees right now, man. We are on our knees, and honestly, we will finish second. I do strongly believe that, but I think we might not get into second place for a while. Aberdeen have started really strong. Dundee are also really good at the minute. I think the fact, you know, like Hibs, and I've never really feared Hibs, but Hearts and Kelly, they're on 1 point and 0 points respectively. Obviously finished 3rd and 4th last season, so you looked at them maybe as a team that could be a front of Rangers early on in the season. Over the course of the season, it will iron itself out. But Aberdeen have won 6 games for 6. Rangers, we've won 1 and 11. You know, we can't spin this anymore. We are in an awful rut of form. People can come out and pretend that everything's alright. It's not alright, happy clappers. I'm sorry to burst the bubbles, man. We are doing a hole here, a humongous hole. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And honestly, I'm baffled about. I'm just baffled about giving Clement the new contract. We knew this would happen, man. You know, I do feel sorry for Clement in a sense because, but then do you feel sorry for him because that absolutely shafted, right? But I feel like the Jeffy red card has given this Rangers team and the manager a get out of jail free card. Like Rangers could have very easily still get beaten the night last night, and then you don't have a get out of jail free card because it's simply where you just get beat. So much is going to hinge on that red card End of the day is Rangers aren't good enough, man. You know what? We could have beat Kiev 1-0 last night, and hell, we could have sneaked past Salzburg, right? And the money would have helped big time. But would this board have spent it? Rumours are court cases, 9.5 million. I don't know what's next for this club, but strap in. We'll cover it all here. I'm depressed.